Hello everyone! Welcome back to this game! Alright, I think we're done listening to this song. Now we should probably actually try to find out why these guys are all freaky out and crying. The kids are gone! Well, there we go. The only place they could have gone is... Gulp? The jungle! I had a feeling they were up to something lately. But I thought it was just mischief. I didn't think they'd go into such a dangerous area. What do we do? How will we find them? Yeah, that's probably a problem. Oh, such ill fortune. The children are missing. They seem to have secretly slipped off to the jungle. They don't know its dangers. We must get them back here to safety. Hold on a sec, I'm about to... Alright, cough over. Took a drink of water. Resuming. Mario, could I ask you to look for these lost children? As you can see, the Yoshis of my village are panicking. They aren't thinking straight. I'll try to calm them down. You just find those kids. Alright, I guess we should. I swear, all of these natives are so panicky that we can't get any information. I guess someone had better solve their problems so we can quiz them, eh, Yoda boy? Yeah, sounds like a plan. So where do I want to go? Oh, one more. I just want to talk to the Yoshi's friend. Or at least look at them. The leader's friend, I should say. He's kind of like snoozing or something. Or maybe he's just... Oh, I can't think of the word. Contently depressed? Oh, Mario, please, find those poor children. The Yoshi kids from this village are like grandchildren to me. Oh, those poor babies. You never really think much about a Yoshi's age. So are you old? How old are we talking? How long do Yoshis live? Do I even want to think about that? Let's just move on. Ah, this place. I'm gonna enjoy this place. Another reason why this is my favorite chapter, the music. It has such good music. Let's do a little bit of investigation. Oh gosh, that's a thing. I knew there was a reason I wanted to get Goombaria out. I just kind of forgot what it was. Now I remember. A hurt plant. That's certainly a name there. Hurt plants pretend to be heart plants. Okay, that actually makes sense then. Which give you a heart when you touch them. 8 HP to attack. If a hurt plant bites you, you'll be poisoned. Then your HP will slowly fall with each turn. We better beat him as quickly as possible. Unless you can frequently restore your HP, you'll find yourself in trouble pretty fast. Yeah, these guys are pretty much why I have the Feeling Fine badge equipped. Now then, where's that egg bomb? I haven't tried it out yet. Let's try it out. Didn't quite kill him. Yep, if I didn't have that badge equipped, I would have been poisoned just then. So let's see. Doesn't matter which one we attack. Yeah, definitely a good thing that I got that badge equipped, because that attack is hard to block. Granted, it would be easier to block with the Dodge Master badge equipped, and I took that off. So, all the more reason to have that other badge equipped. Ah, this is the heart plant. Give me more. Give me all of them. I don't know if there's a limit to how many of these can give, but I'm milking you for all you're worth. And we got a mimic bush. Sure. This is an ambush. Right, mimic bush. Let me try to enunciate that better so you know what I'm saying. Mimic bush. Mimic bushes pretend to be bushes and wait for unwary prey. 8 HP, 3 attack, no defense. Their bites are sometimes poisonous, so be careful. If you get poisoned, your HP will gradually fall. Situation could become critical unless you restore your HP as soon as possible. Let's clear your amount quickly, okay? Use your most powerful attack. Use your most powerful attack, why don't you? Sounds like a plan. This. There. Stripeback says that their name, or that they thought their name was a pun on ambush. You know, that's probably true. It's probably stands for mimic bush, while also being a pun for ambush. Clever. I don't know how many people ever use Chill Out, but it is so useful. Actually, I want to save up my star points from this point, because there's going to be even more of these guys later, and that probably would be helpful against them. I should actually consider using my ability to quickly restore my star points, or my star power, but... Oh, yeah, hold that thought. Get back here this instant, you little ingrates! But I'm not really sure if it's worth restoring my star power. I don't know. Hey you, down there! Look up here if you can hear me. Oh, that's the prank we're talking about. This is so embarrassing. I'm stuck in this tree. Can you help me out somehow? I don't know. I'm actually a little bit curious about that flower back there, so... Well, I never. You're going to turn your back on someone in need? You hard-hearted man. Oh, alright. Come on now, try harder. I can only try so hard. Oh, phew. I'm saved. I feel like one big ache. Thanks for getting me out of that tree. I think I'll be okay now. Oh, those little... I was chasing those naughty little Yoshi boys, and I fell into their trap. Don't they know how dangerous it is to go into the jungle? I had to find them before they get in too deep. As for you, you'd better get back to the village too. It's dangerous out here. Why on earth did you come into the jungle anyway? Well, so, you're looking for those little rascals as well. Then, I don't see why we don't just look for them together. I really don't understand the dangers of the jungle, so we have to find them soon. Oh my, how impolite. I haven't even asked your name. What is it, pray tell? Mario, huh? Well, I've never heard of you before. You must be from very far away or something. Well, that hasn't stopped all the other Yoshis from recognizing him. Enjoy lovely Lava Island. That's what I'd usually say to a visitor anyway. But first, could you help me find these boys? I should be focusing on the fact that we're getting a Cheep as a party member, but instead I'm focused on the fact that she called them boys. Now, technically, Yoshis don't even have genders. And if they did, I would like to point out that if they were all boys, there are no girls. Anyway, proceed down on platforms at the water's edge to right or across the water. Yes, all of those docks that we've seen, we finally get to use them. Press C down again. While riding her, she'll dive deep for a short time. While in battle, she can jump attack with belly flop or douse enemies with her squirt ability. That's going to be a good attack to have. So many bushes to check. Maddie Ratty is pointing out that Mario does have a special connection to Yoshi's and all. Oh yeah, there is a bit of a question of whether it's these Yoshis specifically. But then again, Mario has been on various islands of Yoshi's, including new islands. So it's entirely possible that in his childhood travels, he wound up on this island at some point. That might actually make for an interesting game. By the way, I'm ignoring that flower back there for the time being because it's another bulb, and if I talk to him to get a seed, he'll just tell me the seed is not ready yet, so not even gonna bother. Oh goody, respawning enemies. You're not fooling me twice. Heck, you didn't fool me the first time. I fought you on purpose. Alright, so the hunt for the Yoshis begins. There's also a very nice badge waiting for me inside that item block there. Alright, let's try out sushi for the moment. Hold this, then kind of tap it, but don't let it reach the edge. Yeah, if I overcharge, it'll just go back to 0, and that would be bad. Ah, this one. I've been waiting for this one, the Power Quake badge. It is pretty much a stronger version of the Quake Hammer. Twice as powerful, in fact, which is why it costs twice as much. Where are we on the map anyway? Jade Jungle. The jungle on Lava Lava Island is lush and green. All sorts of rare plants grow here. Interesting. Actually, there's another reason why I wanted to open this map. Let me scroll over this way a little bit and kind of take a good look at the landmarks on this map here. Got the island over there and the desert up there. And now I'm going to load up this. This was the original title screen for Paper Mario when this game was still called Super Mario RPG 2, a year before it released in Japan. I find this interesting because take a look in particular at the landmarks down there. We got the island to the left and the desert and the mountains to the right. Basically, this means that this game was well into development before they decided to not call it Super Mario RPG 2 anymore. That was a pretty late name change there. Find that really interesting. It's just as well that they changed the name. They were going to change it for America anyway. They were going to call it Super Mario Adventure. Not to be confused with the Nintendo Power comic Super Mario Adventure, the graphic novel, which was awesome by the way, and is still available for sale on Amazon and other places, so you should totally get it. It's 12 chapters of a story that is based on Super Mario World. And boy is it funny. Also, hello there, Beer Force. I saw you come in, forgot to say hi. I'm saying hi now. Hello, Beer Force. Remember Nintendo Power? Remember their comics? They used to have some really good comics, and with Super Mario Adventures being the best of them. That was before they decided to start being lazy and instead make comics based on... Well, not even make comics, but basically take TV shows and turn them into comics. Like they started that with Pokemon. And it was really dumb, because what they did is they would take one episode of the Pokemon anime each month and put it in Nintendo Power. Meanwhile, the show itself aired 5 days a week, so every month the TV show would advance 20 episodes and the comic in Nintendo Power would advance 1 episode. It's like, what is even the point if you're not going to be able to keep up? Eventually, they wound up giving up on printing Pokemon as a comic, and then later revived it again by skipping to, like, Season 3. And then abandoned it again. This time for good. And then later, Nintendo decided to do the same thing with Kirby Right Back at Ya. Except, this was even worse. Instead of taking 1 episode and printing it in each... Oh, I didn't need to use that, did I? And printing it in each issue of Nintendo Power, they actually split each episode into 2 parts. So it took 2 months to print 1 episode of Kirby Right Back at Ya. Again, what is even the point? Stripeback is asking if Super Mario Adventures is that one where Luigi and Peach trade clothes. Yeah, it's also the one where Peach wound up saving Mario at one point, and it was such an awesome sequence of events. Totally worth reading. It is amazing. I don't want to hype it up too much because it might not meet expectations, but believe me, it is definitely a read worth reading. Anyway, getting a power up here. Getting Sushi upgraded, so that's cool. So now she'll be able to gain an ability to buff Mario's defense. That might come in handy at some point. Maybe even in a certain fight that I'm getting ready to do right now. Back to the subject of Paper Mario in its early days, though. There's some interesting screenshots out there, I gotta say. Boo-hoo. Yeah, we'll get back to you, crying whoever you are. But I just want to kind of show off a few screenshots I found earlier today, like these. These two I'm pretty sure go together, so I stitched them together. Interesting that Mario had a different design originally. Also interesting that Poochie and Nep-Enut were in this game. In actuality, they are not now. I thought this would be an interesting screenshot to show, though, considering I'm pretty sure it was in the jungle from early in development. I don't know why they got rid of Nep-Enut, but I assume they got rid of Poochie because nobody would believe that Poochie would still be alive after all this time. There's also this really old screenshot of Paper Mario that I thought was interesting. It's, I want to say it's from later in development because it uses the sprite that Mario uses now. But what is the deal with that HUD up there? It looks like there's like 4 different buttons of something and what appears to be an item window like in Super Mario World. You can kind of see it better in this screenshot right here. Not that one. This one. I guess the Goomba King there on the left. It's kind of like arranged in the Mario RPG action selection of buttons. Item, hammer, jump. What's interesting is that option on the right. Is that like a glove? Was Mario going to be able to punch enemies? Also, I find it interesting that we have 2 screenshots of the same battle using 2 different HUDs. Clearly, 2 different points of the game's development. Oh well, I thought that was interesting. I'm not like going to do like Beta 64 stuff because there are better videos of Paper Mario's development, like Beta 64. So I suggest looking those up instead. I believe I can go ahead and hold this stopwatch now. Beer Force says, well, I'm glad they put the first episode of Pokemon into Nintendo Power, since that was my first exposure to Pokemon, aside from watching my brother play a bit on Super Game Boy. And because of that, when I started watching the show, I wasn't completely lost. It actually reminds me that when Pokemon was releasing in America for the first time, Nintendo did this thing called, what was it? Pokemon Power. There was 6 issues of that, and each issue had an episode of Pokemon, the TV series. They went through the first 6 episodes. Now in that, it actually made sense. Kind of got everybody introduced to the series. And what was really interesting about that, by the way, was after that, I started watching the TV series, and I managed to somehow join the show just in time for watching the episode that comes after the last printed episode in the Pokemon Power comics. So that was some pretty good timing. Take advantage of this buff here. I believe the 7th episode of Pokemon was when they went to Cerulean City and fought Misty's sisters. It was also interesting going from the comic to the TV show because I finally got to hear what all their voices sounded like. Oh, that's some slowdown. Thank you, Money Slowdown. I am happy for money. Ay! That was so scary. We were playing hide and seek and there was this weird plant and it trapped me here. Sushi, you were right. This jungle's really dangerous. I'm sorry I disobeyed you. Thanks for coming to get me. I'm going home now. Are you gonna be okay getting home? I guess we'll assume you will be. That's a fun plant. Money! I don't know if there's a limit to money. Probably not. Abuse it if you want. And Beer's Force is heading off for the time being. Alright. Actually, thinking on it before we move on, I should go ahead and head into our 3rd and final episode break of today's stream. We'll be right back. And when we come back, we will finish finding the rest of the Yoshi kids. That was just the first one, kind of think of it. Yeah, this'll be a task.